Hello everybody out there in YouTube land, my name is Dan Chaos, and welcome back to this war of mine, the Little Ones. Now, so far the nights have been somewhat calm. We have been raided at least once, but things could be better. I mean, everything could be better. We could be not in the middle of a war, but I need to do some more repairs because the nights are just going to get worse. It's either going to be due to weather, or it's going to be to the fact that crime is going to increase and thus increase the threat of people breaking into our house like we've been doing to every other area in this game. Because it's survival of the fittest. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Pepper picked a peck of what? It's probably been a while since you've seen a pepper. I'd be confused too. Now we've got hungry, slightly wounded, and tired. Hungry, very hungry, and hungry. I'm only feeding people in the very hungry, so it would probably be a good idea for me to step up as an adult and give you some stay still. I'm gonna feed you. You get canned food because you wouldn't hold still. Here comes the choo-choo train. Sorry, that was a little bit too dramatic. Is there a chance for dessert? No. I'm sorry, we could put some whipped topping on there, but we don't have any because all the cows are dead because of the mortar fire. Sorry, that was a little bit intense. Zlata, I'm going to send you to bed simply because I want you to rest as much as possible. Not quite like the dead guy in our toilet that we still haven't moved. But I want you to rest peacefully, not rest in peace. I get that confused. And afterward, I'm going to see about Marco doing the repairs. Hopefully we've got enough stuff. Time moves quickly. At 1 second it was 7 a.m. Now it's in the p.m. I do not have enough wood to make more boards. That's going to be a problem. Upgrading the station though. Improvement allows us to make useful electronic appliances such as heat lamps for gardens and mixers for herbal workshops or for metal workshops. I'm missing a little bit of everything for that, so we're going to have to hold off. Might as well check the radio, because that's going to be the true sign of how things are going. Death takes its toll in the Pogren. Sniper fire, mortar shells, and cold temperatures are the cause of deaths of many civilians. The spokesman for the military said civilian casualties are the result of tragic accidents and criminal activity within the city. That is a telltale sign that some of the areas that I'm used to going to are going to be closed off, and there's going to be an increase of criminal activity. That could result in us either being broken into or there being enemies in some of the areas that I go to. As far as the weather goes, still nice and warm. That's good. So we're not going to have to worry about the cold weather yet. I do have enough materials to make a filter. I should probably teach this to Kalina, but time is of the essence. We're about to reach nightfall, and I need to go ahead and put that in the water filtration station in order to make use of the rainfall that's going to be coming. Alright, that's useful. We're going to get 4 water. Now, hydration is not one of the mandatory staples of survival in this game. It's just hunger. But water is useful for making soup, and I guess for making moonshine, but I'm not going to worry about that because I need everyone to have a level head, even though in the worst of times, people want to dull their minds to the horrors that befall them. Well, this looted gas station has lots of food and a lot of materials, and it sounds like a pretty good place to go, but it's one of the very first places that people looted while fleeing the city. Many people died, neither side claimed responsibility, etc., etc. Despite heavy shelling of the whole district, the station is in surprisingly decent shape. I think it would still be worth a look. Now, as far as everyone's going, Marco, I put you to bed, but you're still tired. I'm gonna let Zlata and of course Kalina sleep. And gotta leave somebody awake. I did make a knife, didn't I? I hope that makes a difference. Looks like people have drained it dry since it didn't blow up after the shelling. That's a good observation. Let's see what we can find in here. Man, you could really hear the wind in this game. It's ridiculous. I'm just gonna get the essentials. And the essentials meaning everything I can carry. Oh, I'm hearing some shelling in the distance. Food, very good. I'm gonna take the gun parts. And I still don't have a shovel for anybody, so we're gonna have to use our time digging our way in. There is a note under the table, not actually hidden, but it could be easily missed. From the style of the handwriting, you can tell it was written by a woman, in a hurry. Milos, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I could not wait any longer. I hid some jewelry inside the books. Looked for them in the basement. Inside carton boxes behind the barred door. Use it. Stay alive. Please. God bless you. I'm sorry. Sounds like, not quite a lover spat, but a dire situation that caused a few loved ones to have to divide and more or less stay alive. Medication and more med ingredients. I'm finding a lot of medication stuff, but food is what I really came here for. A little bit of scurrying. Merely the rats. And I can tear this down with my bare hands. Oh, I hope my tetanus shot is up to date. Otherwise, I'm in big trouble. Yeah, let's just break on in here. Not going to worry about the rats. Unless there's a few hundred of them in the walls. Going to overwhelm me. Finally! Some of the wood I've been looking for to make those barricades. Now, just looks like another clear exit. Oh, man. I hope that's not Milos. The poor man has been caught by the shelling. What was he doing here? More than likely looking for the stuff like I am. The stuff to survive. Gotta keep an eye on the time. Don't want to lose track of that or I may not make it back home. It may not be life-threatening, but it would be very inconvenient. Day 8. An outbreak of crime. There it is. Now, I'm really glad I picked up some wood. Look at all this stuff. We should bring so much every night. And we've been raided! Someone came in to take our things by force. Someone tried to rob us. They were a tough and mean bunch, so they put up a fight and did some harm. We had some weapons, but not enough for everyone. Kalina was wounded, and the attackers took a lot of our stuff. We should put more people on guard. They took food and the water. Oh, poor. They hurt a child. War has no boundaries. I see you're bleeding. Oh, bandages. We need to dress that wound. And now Marco's very hungry and very tired, and we've got barely any food. Very hungry, and sad. Oh, I'm gonna take you upstairs, Kalina. We're gonna play on that swing set I built you. Pay no attention to the man sleeping in our bathroom. Someone is at the door. Oh, our little barter friend. Kalina, do not run to the front door, okay? Oh, you need a hug. Oh, I got you. I got you. We're gonna talk it out. All right, they're gonna do something fun. Zlata, you're still napping. Katia, you're still hungry and you're sad and you're tired, but that's never stopped me from human interaction. Well, let's make a deal. I didn't know Wayne Brady was in this game. Let's make a deal. What all do you have? Essentially, I'm going to be using this sugar as currency in this game because, thankfully, I have no use for it other than for my morning breakfast cereal. Fine, we have a deal. For what looks to be one half-eaten drumstick and 4 bullets, I'm giving you 16 cubes of sugar. I need to make some real use of my day today. I need to go see about boarding up the place and making weaponry. Now that the crime has increased, everything has become really about time management. And not only do I have to get people fed today, of all days, I've got to get more stuff boarded up and I got to make at least another blade. And for those of you who want to know more about our unlikely castaways, Zlata's story is here. Kalina's story. Katia's story. And Marco's story. I do not want to be broken into again, so boarding up the place is definitely my main goal right now, but afterwards, for when, you know, there's 2 elements to this game. There's going to be a period of crime, and there's going to be a period of winter, and I don't know how much they overlap. Thus far, winter is going to be near the end of the game. So, crime right now is my problem. I'm going to have to board up, I'm going to have to get people weapons. Afterward, we're going to work on a garden, which is going to help us get fruits and vegetables. And I'm going to need to work on getting small traps, which is going to be rats. Instead of using up a night, I think I'm going to go ahead and get a few more wood for boards and some water. Managed to haggle enough for another board. Hopefully I have enough time, and hopefully that's the last board that we're going to do. Since the war has gotten worse, it has forced me to bolster my ranks with both Zlata and Kadia staying up tonight. Unfortunately, even though Zlata is slightly wounded. Marco, again, I'm sending you out because you've got the highest inventory space, and that means we are returning to the gas station, which we've only looted to 25%. I am going to look for food, but also going to look for the parts that I needed to get that garden. Ah, a downstairs I neglected to go to. This is probably where we're going to find food. Shell casings, that's one thing. We got ourselves a Frigidaire, alright! And bars. I won't breach this grate without a saw blade. Okay, perhaps a third trip will be necessary here, but if there isn't any more food, it's probably not worth the trip. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, hello. Don't mind me. I was taking care of an old friend of mine. Oh. On the fresh grave lies a carefully folded little origami flower and an ID of a man named Milos. Milos didn't make it. Oh, man. I also hope that you're not the origami killer. He didn't deserve to become crow food. Nobody does. Take care of yourself. You too. And now we gotta get home to really take care of ourselves. Day 9. And we're still having to worry about weapons in the workplace. We brought a good haul. How was the night? And we've been raided. Someone came at the night to take our things by force. Someone tried to rob us. The attackers were very aggressive, but they didn't do much harm. Thankfully, we were all armed. Kadia and Zlata were wounded, and the attackers took a few things. We should put more people on guard. They stole 2 of the bullets and 3 water. Zlata has a deep wound. She could do with some bandages, and Kadia got slightly wounded. Do we have any more bandages? Oh, this is not going well at all. We did not get enough supplies to upgrade either workshop or make the trap or the garden. And now Zlata is suffering a deep gash, which means the next location we go to, we're going to have to look for medical supplies. And it would appear that boarding up is no longer an option. We've done the best we can, but even having both of the girls armed still did damage. I don't know if it's a mind over muscle type thing, but I may have to leave Marco here for the next night, simply because he might be better suited to warding off these ne'er-do-wells. Yeah, and you're not supposed to play outside because there are soldiers, stupid or otherwise. If they don't like you, they'll shoot you, and there's not much we can do about it. It's wartime. Someone's at the door. We've already had a visit from the Federal Express man. Now what? You seem like a friendly chap. Hi there, neighbor. I don't remember the neighbors moving in. Everyone left town. Good day to you. I live down the street and I noticed you're living in this abandoned building. I've got some news. There was a humanitarian airdrop last night. Most containers were confiscated by the rebels, but I know about one they missed. It landed in no man's land, so it might be dangerous to get it, but under the cover of darkness we should be able to make it. I'll show you where it is if you help me carry supplies. It's interesting news, but I could risk them not coming back at all. I've never had this encounter before. Oh, give me a second. Yeah, we need to think about it. I'm not willing to risk anyone, but since Marco is already a skilled scavenger, it makes sense that maybe he would be better off going instead of one of my girls. This is going to make things dangerous, meaning I'm going to only have one person on guard tonight when I go out looking for medical supplies. And we've already been raided twice. Please have a heart. You won't regret it. I better not. I know. Marco's going. I'm sorry. He had to go. We'll talk it out. Or we'll have vegetables. That's the same, right? Please don't be sad. I know you've adopted him as your uncle. He's an uncle to me too. But Bob's your uncle. Monkey's uncle. He's got to go out there and break some knuckles. I don't know. I'm worried about Uncle. Why did he have to go? I'm trying to be positive. He went to Build-A-Bear Workshop to bring you back a toy, okay? A toy stuffed with canned Spam. It's going to be fantastic. And we have the opportunity to make a lot of food now that I have picked up some meat and vegetables. So I'm going to show Kalina how to cook. That'll be a nice distraction from everything. Zlata, you are wounded. You're like 100% wounded. There's no slightly wounded about it. So until I can get you some bandages, I'm going to have to send you to bed. Posty, hasty. Hasty, posty. You're going to go to sleep for a while. If you see a tunnel with a light at the end of it, turn around. It's New Jersey. You don't want to go that way. From now on, I can do it, so you don't have to. Oh, my little Kalina, you're such a big girl. And one of the great little things about this game, specifically the little ones addition to this game, is that you don't know who, but the little girl will bond to people. And already she considers Marco to be an uncle, and I'm guessing either Katia or Zlata are going to be a mother figure to her. And I think that's a great little bonding moment in the midst of all this chaos. It's like the little heartwarming things that happen that keep humanity alive is the beautiful part of this stenciled nightmare. I wish I could just give you a blade, Kalina, because you seem to be getting attacked more and more often, and I am not enjoying that. Katia, we are going to have to scavenge. At least if I pick my location correctly, you're not going to have to worry about getting hurt any more than you already are. And despite being wounded, Zlata, you're gonna... Wounded. Okay, change the plans. Katia, you are standing guard. You are going to scavenge. If I keep you with me, I know that you are not going to get hurt any more than you have to. Now, I need to find a location that has medical supplies. Shelled school. School's been shelled several times. Unfortunately, most of the cellars have collapsed, so it might be a good idea to bring a shovel and maybe some other tools. They say some homeless people have taken refuge inside the building. That shouldn't be a problem, but it does have lots of medical supplies, which is sorely needed right now. I heard they had classes when the shelling started. Poor kids. Oh, they didn't teach you duck and cover for this type of stuff, did they? Already, the flames are menacing. Only trash and dirt here. Well, this is not going well at all. There is a lot more rubble here than I expected, but I should have expected it from the definition of this place. I didn't have enough time to make a shovel. It's a useful utensil, but as long as I can find some bandages somewhere in this place, it will have been a useful trip. Making a shovel just to dig my way through here, while also useful, will take up one slot in my inventory, and I am very picky about utilizing as much inventory space as possible, which is why I hope Marco comes home safe. Not just because he has backpack space, mind you, but because he's family and we love him. I need to make that clear. I'm just preemptively picking up all this stuff until I can find bandages. Doesn't appear to be any trouble thus far, but the door won't budge. This is the second door that has yet to move in this place. Okay, we have another pile of rubble, a barricaded door, another pile of rubble up there. I forget when morning is. Got bars, and we've got drawers. What do we have? This is not medical supplies. They took my food again. Yeah, you can always count on friends. I don't know if you're a good person. Maybe you're just homeless. Yeah, you look homeless. You're down for a nap. Excuse me? Oh, we gotta leave this place fast? Oh, I didn't get the medical supplies. Okay, we are out of here. Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna make it in time. Come on, come on! The dawn has caught Zlata. It will be harder to return. Day 10. And it did not end well. We've been raided again! Someone came at night to take our things by force. They had guns and were trying to kill us. So they put up a fight and did some harm. Thankfully we were all armed. Kalina was wounded and the attackers walked off with many valuable things. We should put up more people on guard. They took 3 meat. Marco brought back some goods from the aid container. Thankfully, there have been some problems, but we hope Zlata will be home soon. Kalina has a deep wound she could do with some bandages. But she's depressed. Oh no. No. This is not good at all. We have got to feed these empty bellies. I don't know what I'm gonna do about the depression. The radio should be on some music. Oh, she's got a limp. This is not working out. But this is where I have to leave it. Things have taken a turn from the worst. As I've said before, this game is randomly generated, so everything that I am experiencing now is different than anything I have experienced before. And it's all pretty terrible. But thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see. And I'll see all you dudes in the next one. Bye.